Welcome, friends, to your Saturday night special beer review. So, being that Saturday, we have a special beer. Today, we will be reviewing Simtra Triple India Pale Ale by the Knee Deep Brewing Company. Now, this is a triple IPA, which means that it is stronger than a double IPA and stronger than a regular IPA. It's 11.25 by ABV, 11.25 ABV, which is pretty damn strong, and 131 IBU. I don't know how they got that much hops in it, but that's quite a bit of hops. Now, this is the first one I'm going to be trying from this brewery. It's only recently been distributed here in Hawaii, and this particular one was, oh, here's a brew date, was, let's see here, is it a 3? Yeah. Was brewed 3/20/14, which makes this 3 months old, which means it might not be as hoppy as it should be. However, it's been nicely refrigerated. Since I made sure that I got this one from a refrigerated case unit, and it's, not super old. It's not 6 months old, so it should still maintain its hop character. I'm not one of those people who sort of believe that the hops fade within a week or so. Maybe it fades if it's not been kept well, but 3 months should still have a very strong hop character to it, especially if it's 131 IBU. Okay. Oh, before I open this, I've been letting this warm a little bit so it has a bit more roundness to it. Simtra comes from the name of the two hops used in it, the Simcoe hop, which is a bittering hop, and the Citra hop, which is a flavoring hop. Whew! Wow! Okay, so hops have not noticeably declined. I'm pouring this into a goblet-style glass today because I want to nose it quite a bit. I'm not pouring a full pour either because it's so heavy ABV. I want the smell to kind of fill up the glass. So the color is interesting. It seems to be a dark yellowish brown of sorts. Very little red or copper to it. It really seems to transition from yellow to brown. Thin head, but that's something that you expect with something with a high ABV. And wow! Now that's some hop smell there. Mango, pineapple. There's a whole cornucopia of tropical fruits there. Primary one is mango, though. I'm really smelling mango. Underneath that is sort of grapefruit, but there's a very sweet and juicy character to it. There's also a little bit of the dank resinous bit, and just a tad hint of pine, but it seems like the nose is pretty much dominated by tropical fruits. Very, very ripe tropical fruits. It really does smell like a mango underneath a mango tree during mango season on a hot day. I cannot underline it. It is really I mean, if I held a mango to my nose, I would. If you went blind, put this beneath me, I'll say, yeah, you've got a mango here. Because it really is strong and juicy like an actual mango. Not much in the way of carb. while it drinks heavy and is slightly boozy, I would not peg this at 11.25. I would peg it a little bit lighter at about between 8 to 9%. So this could really sneak up on a person if they didn't know the ABV. That is good. I'm saying it's good because it's an intense, very intensely flavored on different levels. Let's see if I can go and break this down here. Interestingly enough, this is quite dry for the heavy fruits on the nose. What's really interesting is when you drink this, it sort of fills up your nose area with that mango-y tropical fruit smell. But at the same time, on the palate of your tongue is the pininess. There's pininess, pine resin. Grapefruit. Yeah, grapefruit and pine on the tongue, but very tropical fruit on the nose. It's a very interesting combo. Bitter, bitter finish. Lovely bitter. Tastes like there's still beer in my mouth. Literally, it is an intense hop finish. It just coats the tongue. It's like, literally, there is still a beverage in my mouth that I am tasting at this moment. Yeah. Definitely comes on pretty strong, too. There's a nice heady rush to this beer. There's a really rich thickness to the malt. I'm trying to get to the malt right now because malt is kind of thick, but it's overwhelmed by the hops at this point. And as soon as you swallow it, you know, it's out of your tongue. There is a very sugariness to the malts. Caramel, you know, but the hops are so intense, it's kind of blocking it. And, you know, as good as the hopping is, and I see why they called it Simtra, it really goes and has this sort of, you know, the two hop profiles there, kind of alternating instead of blending together. But I'm kind of wanting to get at the malts here. Because it really feels, I can feel the richness of it. Tastes, and sort of, you know, the primary taste and feel of it is, you know, is thick on the tongue, but because of the hops, I can't really taste the malts all that well. Which is perhaps to be expected with a triple IPA that's hopped so heavily. As it's warming up towards the bottom, it's starting to get sort of more, it's getting more of a citrus, orangey sort of note to it. Actually, a bit more like a jabong fruit, Chinese citrus fruit. Or pomelo. Oh my god, yeah, pomelo. It really is just a whole bunch of tropical fruits. Not really getting too dank with the resin. It's more pine resin than dank resin, if you know what I mean by dank resin, of course. Kind of boozy as it gets warm. But then I'm at the bottom here, and I'm really trying to get to the malts, and I'm kind of... It's sad, I can't really taste it. Some of the other reviews I've read for this have raved on about sort of the caramel candiedness of the malts, but it really is a hop bomb par excellence here. This has got to be pretty much the hoppiest thing I've ever drank. No surprise, being that it is about 30 IBUs higher than the next hoppiest thing I've ever drank. But okay, I better wrap this up because it's starting to get to me at this point. But yeah, well, I'm going to enjoy drinking this. Hopefully my inebriation doesn't come on too quick. I'd like to enjoy this a bit more as it warms up. Oh my god. That flavor. Intense, but very difficult to put your finger on. Well, the malts anyway, I can really tell you. The hops are the hops. The hops are hops. So, Simtra Triple India Pale Ale. Give it a shot if you want to obliterate your palate with if you want pretty much what the definition of a hop bomb is. And also a really, really strong ass beer. Okay, folks, that's your beer review for tonight. Cheers.